Welcome to the training site for the higher level of DERA's environmental farming scheme. This is part of a series of online training modules. This training covers the two related capital items or non-productive investments, namely primary treatment of bracken and follow-up treatment of bracken, either mechanised or chemical. The non-productive investment code is given in brackets after the title. You will need to watch this video and then answer correctly a number of questions on the subject matter. Further details about the environmental farming scheme, including the information sheets for each option and capital item, are available on the DERA website. What will this training module cover? It'll give you the aim of the module, the amount that you need to complete. It will cover certain things that you must do as part of the scheme. It explains your obligations for record keeping. It tells you the type of things that DERA will check and concludes by giving you the payment rates. The aim is simple. Bracken control aims to reduce the bracken cover on priority habitats located on semi-natural sites, and through this enhance their biodiversity. The amount to be completed is the amount detailed in the agreement, and this is the maximum amount that may be completed and claimed. Please check the detail of each management unit, as there may be separate amounts of bracken control applicable to more than one management unit. The EFS Management Plan Actions table lists which EFS options and non-productive investments must be completed for the management unit. It also indicates the years of the scheme and the total area that these works apply to. In this example, a 9.36 hectare portion of the management unit area is subject to bracken control. The primary bracken control must be carried out in year 1 only, whereas the follow-up bracken control must be carried out in each of the years 2, 3, 4 and 5 of the agreement. Please check your agreement for the relevant years that apply in your case. Please consult your site-specific management plan and map for details of the location where primary and follow-up bracken control must be carried out. To view your map, log on to DERA Online Services, then select EFS, and then select EFS Hire Agreement. Scroll down to the end of your scheme agreement documentation and you will find the Download Site-Specific Remedial Management Plan Map facility there. When you press the Download Map button, you will then be able to view each of your scheme fields in detail. This slide shows an example of a field map. Note this map tells you that the field must be managed as purple moorgrass and rush pasture, denoted by the abbreviation PRG and the purple colour. This field also has an overlaid non-productive investment denoted by the abbreviation OVR and the blue colour. The overlaid non-productive investment in this case is primary bracken control, mechanised or chemical. Therefore, the map of this field indicates that the entire field must be managed for purple moorgrass and rush pasture, and that there must be bracken control carried out on the OVR blue area. This capital item is carried out in the specified years of your EFS agreement. You must adhere to the scheme requirements and controls as detailed in the capital item information sheet. These are summarised here. For example, you must complete the work in the specified years as detailed in the site-specific remedial management plan. You must complete the claimed area of primary treatment of Bracken, mechanised or chemical, and also the follow-up treatment of Bracken, mechanised or chemical, in the fields where the works have been approved. And thirdly, you must also keep field records as required in your site-specific remedial management plan. You must keep management unit records each year of the works undertaken. You may use the format shown here, which is available on the DAERA website, or you may prefer to use your own format to record the required information. Please see the separate training module on record keeping for more information. This slide gives an example record for primary Bracken control. Likewise, the second slide gives an example record for the follow-up Bracken control. DAERA will undertake certain checks in this scheme to verify that the works proposed and paid for have been completed and are to the required standard. The checks that DAERA undertake will include office-based administrative checks, secondly, technologically based checks such as control with remote sensing, and thirdly, on-site checks such as rapid field visits or on-the-spot checks. The range of checks done for this capital item will be based on the requirements and controls detailed in the information sheet and the detail of the site-specific remedial management plan. Some of the checks that may be carried out on this capital item are summarised here. DAERA may check that the control work has been completed in the year or years as specified in the site-specific remedial management plan. For example, year 1 for primary treatment of Bracken, and years 2, 3, 4 or 5, or a combination thereof for the follow-up treatment of Bracken. DAERA will also check that the claimed area has been completed by mechanical or chemical treatment in the field or fields where the work has been approved, and they will also check that field records are kept as detailed in your site-specific remedial management plan. Regarding the payment rates, the rate per hectare in year 1 is £216.35 for the primary treatment, and the rate in years 2 to 5 for the follow-up treatment will be £108.30 per hectare. Finally, there are a number of things you should now be sure to do. You must now complete the questions for these capital items, and these follow the video on your lesson site. It is essential that you do this so as to register that your training on this capital item is complete. You should also read the information sheet that relates to these capital items, and you should consult your site-specific remedial management plan and map. And finally, if you have training for other options or capital items, this should also be completed. The links to this training are on the dashboard of your Moodle training site.